Hi guys, this is Clinton from God's Hand Studios, and I'm so glad to introduce you to the beginning of our tutorial series of how to be excellent in editing. And in this video, I'll be sharing the vital information and foundational knowledge that makes for excellence in editing. Take note of the word foundation because things build on another. You will relate well with this as a student because whenever a new topic is introduced to a class, some students will do better than others. Not necessarily because they are geniuses. This is just showing the importance of a good foundational knowledge of any subject matter. Please listen. There is nothing you can't understand from a teacher if they start teaching from the level of your knowledge. There are three vital elements that makes this possible. One, from the side of the student, is their willingness to learn. Secondly, from the side of the teacher, is if they understand the subjects they are teaching. And the last, still from the side of the teacher, is if they have the ability and the skill to teach the subject matter. Good news, I have a good understanding of video editing, and I can teach it. That's why the idea of this video editing tutorial is to start from the level of an absolute beginner so everyone can follow up. So I'll be pretending as if you don't know anything. I'll be pretending as if you don't only know anything in video editing, but also as if you've just gotten your first laptop and all you've succeeded in doing is installing a video editing software. And for this tutorial, we're going to be using Adobe Premiere Pro as our video editing software. Now, I'd have taught you also how to install Adobe Premiere Pro, just like in Nigeria. You ain't cracking editing or that, lad. So now that we understand each other, let's get started. The number one key to becoming an excellent editor is being organized. This is the way you organize your Premiere files, your editing assets, your footages. Everything needs to be in its folder. This will prevent you from so many mistakes that many people made. These are our tutorials folder. So let's start by creating a new folder. You create a folder by right-clicking, New Folder. And if you're on a Windows PC like I am, the shortcut to getting this done is Ctrl-Shift-N. This is gonna create a new folder for you. Then you rename it. Let's call this Premiere Pro. Now that we've succeeded in creating our first organized folder, let's now launch Adobe Premiere Pro. Whenever you launch Premiere Pro, it's gonna pop out this interface. This is called the home. And what you see here is a list of recent projects that I've worked on. First is the new project. Now, whenever you want to work on a video or edit a video that is not an existing video you're already editing, it's called a project. Let's say you shot any video of any kind, let's say for a company or for your school or for anything, it's called a project. Anytime you want to edit something new, it's called starting up a new project. So you're going to be clicking on new project whenever you intend to start editing a new video. Another thing you also see here is Open Project. Open Project is a tab you will click on if you intend to open a previous video that you are working on, probably that is not here in your recent. So under the recent, you will see the list of projects I've edited using Adobe Premiere Pro. Since we are all new to video editing, let's go ahead and click on New Project. This is Premiere Pro 2023, so it changed some interface. So the first thing we are seeing here is the project name. This is the name you intend to give your new project. So let's call this one First YouTube Tutorial. And on the right side, we see project location. This is the location we intend to save our project. So let's click on this drop-down icon and go ahead to choose location and go to the folder we created, which is the All Tutorials, YouTube First Tutorials, and Premiere Pro. Let's go ahead and select this folder and click on Create. We've succeeded in creating our first new project. So let me get straight to introducing you to the first thing you need to know about this interface. At the top of your screen, you will see a bar that contains information of both Premiere Pro and the project that you are working on. This is called the title bar. The title bar displays the software we are working on, which in our case, it displayed the logo of Premiere Pro, the version of the Premiere Pro, that's Premiere Pro 2023. And if you look over here, you will notice that this is the folder that we created at the start of this video. So these are all tutorials / YouTube first tutorial / Premiere Pro / first YouTube tutorial, in parenthesis Prem. You remember we just created this now. So this is called the title bar, and just below the title bar you will see this bar over here. So this bar is called the menu bar. I'm going to create a separate tutorial to detail all these things. So below the menu bar, you will see these various tabs. Notice that we are currently on the edit tab because we have this white line here under the edit, which is why we have this layout that gives us the platform to edit our video. Now, if you look over here, you will see import. This is a tab you want to go to when you want to import new video clips or assets or anything into your Premiere Pro. And the export is where you'll be clicking when you are done editing your video. Notice everything here is grayed out because we have not actually started editing. So let's go back to the editing tab. If I click on this home icon, it's gonna pop out the first window that it normally opens whenever you open Premiere Pro. In the middle here, below the editing tab, you will see the name of the project we are currently working on. At the rightmost side, below the menu bar, you will see 3 icons here. This icon is called the workspace. So the workspace is basically an arrangement of the various panels in your Premiere Pro. Now the panels are these names you see here: the project, effect, the matrix scope, program, effect control. My workspace may be different from your workspace because I've taken my time to arrange mine the way it suits me, and I'll also be teaching you how to do that for yourself. We will explain the remaining 2 when we actually start editing. Notice that any area you are currently on in Premiere Pro will be highlighted blue with this underline. This underline shows the particular panel you are in that area. So if I click on project, I will have the project panel underlined. This project panel is the panel that holds every single thing you will be editing in Premiere Pro. This is the panel where you'll be importing and arranging every media assets and project file you will be editing. This includes the video you will be editing, the pictures you will work with, the audio, that's the sound, the music, everything is going to the project. Importing is the process of bringing external media files into your project. This includes the video you intend to be editing, the audio files or the pictures. There are 2 major ways to import videos to your project. First is double clicking on this empty space. So let's go ahead and double click. Now if we double click, it's going to pop out a new window for us, so we can now head straight to the location where we saved the video we wish to edit, and now highlight the video clips that we wish to edit. So when you are done selecting, you can click open and it will import those clips to your Premiere Pro. The second way we can import is by going to the menu bar, clicking on files and going down to import. And you can see the shortcut here, Ctrl I. So this means that whether I click on this import or I hit Ctrl I on my keyboard, is going to produce the same result. So let's go ahead and click on import. You will notice that it will open up a new window for us to select the clips we wish to edit and clicking on open. If I click open, once again it's going to import those videos to Premiere Pro. Or you can still hit Ctrl I on your system and it will open up the same window for you to select the videos you wish to edit and hit import. These clips over here are the videos which we have imported into Premiere Pro. Another way you can import videos to your project is by going over to this import tab and clicking on it. You will notice that this is similar to the icon you will see when you open your file explorer. These are various possible locations where the clips you intend to edit or your media assets could be. Notice these icons on the right side of your import. This one adjusts the size of your folder. When I drag it to the right, my folder size increases, and if I drag it to the leftmost side, it reduces. Let's keep it at the middle for now. And this ... is called the grid view. If we move over to this icon, which is called the list view, the view of our folders is going to change. Our folders are now being displayed in a list format, but let's leave it at the grid view. This is called the sort options, which gives us the option to change the arrangement of our folder. So let me click on it. There are two major ways that I can sort this. Either I sort it by name, and by name it means in alphabetical order, that is A, B, C, and so on. And if I change this to descending order, you'll notice that the order will change. Now it's starting from W, P, then O, all the way down to A, depending on the folders you have. But let's leave it in the ascending order. Now the second option we have for sorting is creation date. This will arrange these folders by the date they are created on. So if I click on the creation date, it will disregard the arrangement of projects in alphabetical order and now rearrange it based on the dates that these folders were created. And starting with God's Hand Studios, which is the first folder I created in this hard drive, all the way down to all tutorials, which is the latest folder I created in this hard drive. So you can choose as well to arrange your clips like that. But let's leave it in the name, so our clips will be arranged in alphabetical order. The next icon you will see here is called the file display types. Now this allows you to import a file based on the type. Now let's get over to a folder that I've created so I can demonstrate this process better to you. In case you know the name of the folder or file you are searching for, you can quickly run over to this search bar here and type the name, which will save you the stress of scrolling to locate what you are looking for. So because I know the name of the folder, I will click on the search file, then type video. So this is the folder, video, pics, audio. So this folder contains pictures, videos, and audios, and we can see all of them because we are currently on all supported files. In case we're only interested in importing videos alone, we can just go over to videos only. Notice that it has hidden the pictures and audio for us to see the video. This will make the layout more organized, as the audios and the pictures that we are not interested has been hidden and we are only shown the videos. So we can now go straight and select the videos that we wish to import. You can also click on audio only and it will hide out the video and the picture, leaving us with the audio. So we can select the one we wish to import. So let's quickly rush back to our tutorial folder so that we can select and import the videos we wish to edit. Notice that back in our video folder is displaying no files to show. Now be careful here. Remember that in our last importation section, we selected that we only want to see audio files. And in our video file, there are no audio files there. So that's why it's showing that there are no files to show. But if we select all supported files or video files only, we can now see the list of video files we wish to edit. So we can now select all these things and import. Remember, we said that there are two major ways you can import videos to your project panel, and the first is through the import window. The second one is known as click and drag, and this is very simple. It implies going over to the folder you wish to import from, selecting the files which you wish to import, then clicking them as the name implies, then dragging them to your project panel. Now this will import the videos directly from your file explorer into your project panel. Now we've briefly talked about the project panel. The next panel that we are going to be heading straight to is the timeline. The timeline panel is a panel in Premiere Pro where we are going to be editing all our videos. So all the editings that we are going to be doing in Premiere Pro is going to be done in a timeline. But notice that it's saying that there is no sequence, because you cannot actually do anything in Premiere Pro timeline without having a sequence. So let's go ahead and create a sequence. But notice we are just scratching the surface here. In our next tutorial, we are going to be delving into everything you need to know about the project panel, the timeline panel, the sequence, and the program. But let me create a quick sequence by selecting these videos in my project and dragging them to my timeline. This will create a sequence for me, which you can also find in the project panel. And this sequence contains 3 videos, which is the video we just imported into our project panel. So the sequence contains the clip which we can edit in our timeline, and the program displays the video clips which we are going to be editing in our timeline. So this is the video clip. So So that's it guys for this tutorial. We've succeeded in scratching the surface of Premiere Pro. In our next tutorial, we are going to be delving into these three most important panels in Premiere Pro: the project panel, the program panel, and the timeline, which contains the sequence where we are editing from. So please stay tuned and see you in the next tutorial. Bye.